What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are fantastic. Today, another fragrance review from the niche house of Navitus Parfums. Yes, I've reviewed several of them, the latest one being Reve Nuit, a fantastic, enjoyable freshie for this kind of heat in New York City and every other part of the world. Now let's not delay and talk about a fragrance which is a bit darker, a bit more masculine, and a bit more elegant. This fragrance name is Reve Nuit, and this was produced from the creator of the channel Chaos Fragrances. I think his name was Dallas. I really don't recall the name at this point, but I believe that was the name. But this was one beautiful creation from this guy. Now, he created two fragrances, and I don't remember the other one, but this was the second one, the one that was more suited for the evening, for the nighttime. And let's get down to business. I'm not going to show you the box this time because if you have seen my review for Reve Nuit, which is linked in the top, please go ahead and watch it. I don't want to show the same box over and over again because they're all the same thing. Let me show you the beautiful, elegant purple bottle with this beautiful golden cap. If you're already following me on Instagram and on Facebook, you may have already seen it. Look at this. Tell me this is not a beautiful bottle. It's got some really good weight to it. It's a fantastic bottle. The finish on the top is matte. It's got a golden cap. And like I always warn, please be very careful with these bottles because they come in $195 price tag for 100 ml. And the cap, it just simply sits in place. It does not lock. It does not click. So please, by no means, do not pick up the bottle by the cap. Please don't do that. The atomizers over here are pressure sensitive, so as long as it's going down, it's going to keep on spraying. It's a very enjoyable thing. Like, this is the best thing about this particular house. When we say it's a niche house, these are the things, these are the qualities we're looking at in a fragrance. Now, this particular fragrance, it's perfume concentration, as you can see. It's got very good performance up front, I'm telling you. Now let me tell you the notes from the Navitus Parfums website. Now on the top, this thing has got whipped citrus cream accord, very interesting note, Tunisian neroli, Calabrian bergamot, Guatemalan cardamom. It's a beautiful, beautiful opening. Very first thing I'm going to tell you about this fragrance. It's a beautiful opening. In the mids, you get Australian blue cypress, Indian jasmine, freesia, and Spanish rosemary. On the base, you got Virginian cedarwood, Madagascar vanilla, Haitian vetiver, and Spanish labdanum. Now, guys, this fragrance, Reve Nuit, as you can tell by the bottle color, if you are somewhat into history, if you look up the term purple cloth, you would see that particular cloth, that particular color refers to the ultra rich or the super rich during those medieval and like pre-medieval times, whatever they used to call it. I'm not a very good history person, so I just looked up the term because purple and violet, they're kind of like my favorite colors. And that's why I always try to look it up. Like, what does the color mean? What does it resemble? Does it have any history to it? That's how I figured it out. So this beautiful bottle has an equivalent beautiful juice in it. Oh man, awesome. This is awesome. Now let me tell you, when you first spray this fragrance, there's a sharp edge to it. I don't know why or from where it gets that sharp edge, but there's a sharpness to it. And it might kind of hurt your nose for the first 10 to 15 seconds, but then it's gone. It's gone. It's not going to stay for the entire time. Now, when we talk about the whipped citrus cream accord, there is a nice kind of smooth, citrusy, fresh kind of opening. Now, this is not one of your tarty or, like Acqua di Gio or Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense, not that kind of a bergamot or citrus over there, but this is like the whipped cream with the citrus in it. So there's a smoothness, like a creamy smoothness to this opening. And as you can see, there's a combination of Calabrian bergamot. It's kind of like a bitter bergamot. I think that sharpness comes off from that bitter bergamot. That's what I feel. And there's this Guatemalan cardamom. Now, neroli, there's a beautiful floral aspect to it. It's a white floral, and you got this beautiful cardamom mixture. It's a kind of spicy. So creamy, floral, spicy, fantastic opening. And when they say Reve Nuit, this fragrance is 100% suitable for the evening time. Not that you cannot wear it in the daytime, but it's more suited for evening time. Beautiful fragrance. You can also rock this thing in the summer, although it might not last as long, but it's got a beautiful uplifting feeling. Although I say this fragrance, as it starts drying down, has a darker aspect to it. Now, as it starts drying down, guys, the cypress, the Indian jasmine, and the freesia. Now, the floral aspects are pretty much dominant in the mids. You can actually tell the jasmine, but the cypress part, I don't know, maybe it's there to give it that a bit like kind of like a smoky, woody kind of character to it, but it's not very dominant. It's not even there. I mean, I never detected it. I purchased this fragrance quite a while back. I've been testing it, especially like when I got it, it was pretty cold that time. I tried it in the winter time. I mean, not the winter, but in the colder months, in spring particularly, when it was slightly becoming warmer. And then I tried it in the warmer months, especially in the cooler evening time. Fantastic fragrance. And that's the mids that I told you about. And as it starts drying down, like absolute base, they say they got Virginian cedarwood, Madagascar vanilla, Haitian vetiver. Now, I do not find any cedarwood. I do not. But there is like a kind of sticky consistency to it. And there's like a dark, slightly powdery aspect to this fragrance as it starts drying down. That's most likely the vanilla. The vanilla here is not one of those gourmand vanilla, but there's a sweet, powdery, dark vanilla. That's what I found. That was off my skin. And the vetiver is pretty pronounced over here. So you get this beautiful, woody, slightly smoky, powdery, dark ending to this fragrance, which is a fantastic and phenomenal, I would say. This fragrance, if you're wondering, does it smell like something else? No, it does not. It smells like nothing in the market that I've smelled so far. Nothing. And I believe you will agree to it too once you try this fragrance. Highly recommended fragrance. This is your perfect date night fragrance. Definitely very inviting, very calm, soothing. Now let's talk about the projection of this fragrance. The projection, I found it to be around 1 to 1.5 hours to be solid, super solid projector, and it performs like it projects more than your arm's length. So that's a lot. That's a lot. It's a room filler in the first 1 to 1.5 hours. But after that, as it starts drying down, it stays more closer to you, like slightly less than your elbow length, but definitely surrounds you into this beautiful fragrance bubble, and it stays. It lingers for a long time. The sillage is very nice on this because as you move around, your skin is heating up. It just wafts out really nicely. So, like because it's a perfume concentration, it sticks to your skin more. The oil concentration is pretty high over here. So it sticks to your skin. It wafts out consistently, unlike EDT or any other concentration or any other fragrances, like it just flies off. It's not like that. It develops very nicely. The notes do not compete with each other. You actually feel the development of this fragrance on your skin. If you go with like 5 to 6 sprays, very easily, if you're talking about performance, overall longevity, this thing will last you more than 7 to 8 hours. And like around the 10 hour, 10 and a half, 11 hour mark, this thing is sitting pretty close to your skin, which is a very nice thing because if you're having those intimate moments, you're sitting very close to somebody, this thing will keep on wafting very mildly, but there's this powdery, sweet, dark vanilla that you detect towards the end. The sticky consistency from the labdanum is not there anymore. So you're basically left with that powdery hint. And that was my take on the beautiful fragrance called Reve Nuit from Navitus Parfums. If you have this fragrance, please let me know in the comment section below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Your experiences with this fragrance, any other fragrance you own from Navitus Parfums. So guys, that was my take. Please take care, stay safe, and before I go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up icon too. You gotta bid the YouTube algorithm for me, guys. We gotta work as a team. Team spirit, right? So guys, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.